I'm gonna expose the exact business and product that made me $47,287 in just 24 hours. Best part of this was just a few short months ago. It was a dropshipping store. Surprise, surprise. Oh, and here's the product. Little swinging duck. I didn't want to make you guys wait till the end of the video because, again, guys, like I keep saying, I'm seriously a very nice and generous guy. You will, however, want to watch this video the whole way through to learn exactly how I made this weird product work, how I outpriced Amazon, and exactly how much I actually profited. For those of you who have been living under a rock, here is what dropshipping is. Pretty much, you create a website, you sell products you don't own, you essentially just manage all the customer support, do all the marketing and front-end work, and the supplier takes care of most of the back-end work. It's a true remote business. So how did this all happen? Well, there are three main things that tied this all together and made it honestly pretty simple to go from zero to almost $50,000 a day pretty quickly. Let's get into the first point, your website structure. Here's a quick glance at mine. It looks very clean and trustworthy. Now, do keep in mind, this is not a general store. With the product you intend on scaling up really quickly, you need a branded one product store. The homepage needs to be angled towards the specific product you are selling at the time. The main reason for this is if you're telling tons of people, like a lot, to come to your store, most likely a percentage of them will start to scope around on your whole site. You need to just make sure it's looking all neat so that way you're collecting all the fruit. Now, the next thing to perfect is your actual product page itself. Here's exactly how mine looks. Tons of visuals that look amazing, good product description, and reviews. People need to believe that you are the OG seller of this product. Essentially, what I mean by that is that you are the original seller. You're like the almost creator of the product, and customers need to fully believe that you are that person. That way, if other people start to run the same product competition and shoppers see these competitors' ads, they will remember your brand in the back of their head, keeping in mind that you were sort of the OG for the product. And if you can do this properly, you will make a lot more sales. You also need to add tons of visuals like I'd mentioned on your site just to ensure your customers feel comfortable on your website. Why? Well, we're marketing this product pretty much solely on TikTok, and sending customers from a visual platform like TikTok onto your site, it needs to feel like home for them. The exact way to do this is add some lifestyle images of the product in use, add some GIFs onto your product description. Overall, just fill the void while they pause their endless scrolling on TikTok to give you their money for the product you're currently selling. Dialing in your Shopify store is key. Combine it with an irresistible offer and you will have a money-making machine. I'm living proof, like this video's living proof. But what exactly makes an irresistible offer? Well, I'll explain it right now. You see, sellers on Amazon were already slinging these things for 10 bucks a pop, so I knew that I needed an absolutely irresistible offer if I wanted to stand a chance with this product, especially because the margins were just so slim. So what sort of offer did I do? Something that would drive an absurd amount of visitors to my site and in turn make me an absolute insane amount of money. A swinging duck for just $3 plus shipping. Got them. Essentially, tons of people saw this $3 offer and everyone clicked onto our site. Anyone and their mom would cough up 3 crispy dollar bills for one of these little duckies. Now, this is just where the scheme started. Where the scheme actually made me money was the shipping. Now, I say scheme, I don't mean anything illegal. I just mean a little bit like I didn't tell the customers exactly what they were getting themselves into. So essentially, I did $7 shipping as an option. I did $10 shipping as an option and a $13 shipping option. Most people could justify spending a few more dollars since their information is already inputted onto your store. At that point, the price is still pretty comparable to Amazon. That is exactly how I ran this duck up, scaled it, and I competed and made tons of money while other people tried selling it for 10 bucks and failed. Now, this doesn't really work at all if you have really high costs for the product. Luckily, I had at the time really good relationships with my suppliers, so they got me the product for $3 shipped, at the time at least. But we will talk about that later because that ended up being one of the main things that made this business come crumbling down. So essentially all you need is a good site and an irresistible offer, right? No, you need one more thing and then you'll have everything you need to complete the success trifecta. An absolutely insane ad strategy. Now, this isn't a TikTok ads video course, otherwise this would probably be an hour-long or 2-hour-long video. However, here is in a nutshell how I ran ads for this store. Day one, we tested out with the basic ad campaign, running with anywhere from $100 to $300 per day with 10 ad groups in that campaign. After that day, I analyzed the ads, realized they were doing well, and did what's called surfing, as well as launching a ton of other campaigns to scale up ad spend and hopefully make a lot more money than I was currently making. Surfing the budget essentially means, let's say you have a campaign at 100 bucks, it's spent $50 and it's absolutely crushing it. Essentially what you do, edit the budget from 100 to 200 bucks, pushing the budget up the same exact day, fingers crossed, hoping it keeps performing. If it does, you keep riding the wave of profitability and you can really ramp up spend this way. That's essentially what I did to end up getting to almost $50,000 a day in revenue. And that was only on day 7. On top of that, once you figure out your average cost per purchase, you can start doing stuff like a minimum ROAS and target cost ads. Those things are a little complex, so I'd suggest joining my Discord below. It's free to join, and I have all of my ad strategies and stuff in that Discord. So I'll have, again, a link below for that. Now, this product was not all sunshine and rainbows. I had some pretty major issues that led to the downfall of this exact store. And after I go over the issues I face, I will show you guys the exact numbers and profit and all that stuff, just so that you guys know I'm not just another guru BSing you guys on YouTube for some views, because there are a lot of those lately and I'm not one of them. So trust me. All right, like I mentioned, this was not anything close to the prettiest business I run. In fact, it was far from it. So what issues did I face going from literally $0 to almost $125,000 in revenue in 7 days? Well, there were quite a few, but let's start with product costs. Me and my team were ramping up ad spend simply because we were getting this product for $3 shipped. Randomly, my supplier hit us up and they basically said, hey, we're gonna raise the price 50 cents, which didn't seem like a lot. But after I ran the numbers, I realized we had to dish out another 6 G's on product cost on this first week of sales, and that was not fun to realize that we were kind of getting screwed. Long story short, they kept ramping up the price of this product, which usually when you bring a lot of orders to a supplier, it's the opposite, like they drop the product. No, they were doing the exact opposite. I figure maybe because we had orders and we needed them fulfilled, so they were like, hey,
25 cents more, 50 cents more.
And it got tough. So that definitely sucked. It hurt the business big time and it hurt profitability quite a bit. Next was ad costs. So at the time when we were running the product, we were getting like $1 cost per purchases when we started. It was amazing. We were making tons of money, but as competition rolled in, that $1 cost per purchase went up to like $4 to $5+, which is one of the reasons why the store came crumbling down so quickly. On top of that, our AOV was trash, maybe like $12 or so, which if you guys know dropshipping, like that's not good at all. When you get into a market and niche, it will eventually become competitive. The more money you can spend on ads to still profitably or break even generate a sale, the better. So for us, we had very slim margins, which means we were being pretty risky. Like if some competition came in, which it did, the margins pretty much disappeared. Something we did end up doing was start to test other offers. So we did $3 plus shipping. We ended up testing $7 plus shipping, $9, $10, $11 plus shipping, just to see what the perfect sweet spot was to get profitable sales. This for sure helped out with keeping our store up and profitable. I would definitely suggest you guys test different price points. You'd honestly be surprised what people are willing to pay for your product, but only do this once you dial in the product and verify that it is a success and a winning product. Now, even with all of the issues I just mentioned, we still were able to come out in the green and profit some money, but how much did we profit with all of this money generated? Day 1, I spent a whopping $300 on ads and generated a depressing $394, which meant I was not profitable. Day 2, we spent a total of $700 on ads and generated $1,700, profiting around 20%, which I think came out to $300. As you can see, we are making slight progress. Day 3, this is where I kind of said, let's scale this hoe, and $6,300 spent on ads. And from that, we generated $14,000 in sales, profiting $1,700. Margins were far from amazing on this store. However, it is pretty nuts to think that just a week ago, this store did not exist. And on day 3, we were profiting over $1,700 with this whole business. Day 4, we actually scaled back a little bit to try and recoup some of the money and make more profit with less sales. And it actually worked. We only generated $11,600 in sales, but profited around $2,000. Day 5, we actually generated $18,000. That was the good news. The bad news was we only profited $1,000. Ouch, I know, margins hurt. The start of this first week was pretty darn bumpy, not gonna lie. Day 6 was $30,000 in sales, and we only profited 10%. It came out to around $3,000 in profit, which is still honestly really good, but this next day is where things got crazy, and it's the day everyone's been waiting for. The final day, day 7, which is where we hit that big number that you guys read in the title. Day 7, $47,287 in sales. It's honestly pretty crazy to think that you can create a business and in 7 days get from 0 to almost $50,000 in sales in a single day. Like, that's mind-boggling. But what was the profit? It was only $3,279. I know I say only, but that's a lot of money to some people. But percentage-wise, the margins were trash. However, profit is still profit. 3K in a day is not bad at all. To speed things up, in May, we generated a total of $363,000. but only profited around $20,000. I know I sound depressed because I said only 20K profit. However, there was just a lot of work that went into this whole store, and so that's why I mentioned that it was only 20K. Like having $200,000 held by Shopify while they reviewed our website and business, or like our ad accounts getting suspended. Now, while the store was crumbling on TikTok, we did, however, get Google Ads synced up. We started to run some basic campaigns, and it allowed us to keep this product riding out for another month or two to keep our profit coming in. We actually got $1 to $2 cost per purchases for this product on Google, which was pretty darn impressive. We also went pretty hard with SMS marketing and email marketing just to really scrape the bottom of the barrel on this product. To leave you guys who've watched the video the whole way through, I'm gonna drop some knowledge for you guys to succeed with dropshipping. Look into the future. Don't try to sell things that people are currently selling now, or else you'll just be chasing their tail and trying to play catch up. Also, sell stuff that's on the come up or that there's not really anyone selling it yet. Also, have crazy offers like $3 plus shipping, or maybe buy one get one free, buy two get one free, something to just shock the audience and make tons of people come onto your store, or just something that genuinely has the customer feeling like they are taking advantage of you because the offer is just too good to pass up. And lastly, stay consistent. Good things always take time. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see ya.